Hear ye, here comes the judge. It is the Yogi Judge, Judge Dawson, bringing you another amazing podcast. You know, I have to call him amazing because if I don't call him amazing, who will? But all jokes aside, I am trying my absolute best as a judge, a yoga teacher, and just a man traveling on this journey called life to bring you podcasts that give you value. Something that you can use to take your life to the next level. Maybe something that you can share with someone that you care about, someone that you know is suffering and doesn't need to suffer. Maybe someone who's caught up in this legal system and needs a way out. Either way, I am here to give you that information, tools that you can use to take your level of life to the next plateau of success. And if you've been listening to the podcast, you know one of my goals is to make sure I don't hold you long. I just try to hold you long enough to give you some good information, something you can pass on. So during these brief moments, get your pens out, get your paper out, get ready to take some notes because these are things that you can contemplate, things that you can further discuss and further discover on your own or in a small group or, again, with someone that you love. And if you enjoy any of these messages, subscribe to the podcast, go to my website, judgedawson.com, get my free email that I send out every week, some books that I have on the website, all these different ways that we can improve our lives and take them to the next level. All right, so today I'm talking about discipline. Discipline. Sometimes it's like a dirty word when you talk about discipline because no one wants to do it, but everyone wants to have it. And for me, it's something that I really take to heart. For instance, I've been meditating every single day for over 700 days now. Every day, that is something that I do. And I tell you, it takes discipline because I was no special lover of meditation. It wasn't something that I saw done in my family. It wasn't something that I, immediately thought I can get some health benefits from. Instead, it was just something that I did because I thought it would bring value to my life. And oftentimes we can identify things that can bring value to our life or things that we need to eliminate from our lives. But in order to carry on with it, we need discipline. And that's what too many people lack. Think about many of the cases that come across my desk and the ones I see in the courtroom are oftentimes just a lack of discipline. The lady going off at the Popeyes grocery or Popeyes chicken store, or the person going off at the grocery store because they are upset because they have to wait a little bit longer in the line. Or let's think about those who are getting upset and getting arrested because they won't wear a mask. These are just all situations where if you employed a little bit of discipline, maybe you could avoid the legal system. But it's not just about the legal system. Like I said, again, if you're trying to move to the next level and you know that you're in a relationship that's toxic, but you love the drama, so you stay there, that's a lack of discipline. Or you say you want to eat better or lose weight or whatever it is you want to bring to your life, but yet you never follow through with that commitment. Again, that's an example of lacking discipline to do so. So, as you know, it's not just enough for me to point out these things in these areas that we need to improve. With the time that we have, now I'm going to give you 3 tools to consider so that you can strengthen your discipline muscle. All right, the first one, we have to start utilizing control. Now, some people may think control and discipline are the same thing, but they really are not. Because oftentimes people say, well, I control this, so I have discipline. Well, control is a first step toward discipline. So in order to get to a point where you're no longer getting mad at people, you're going to live a life of peace, like a Zen master or something like that. The first step is to have control over your anger in various situations. Because once you show yourself the ability to have control, that's when you start moving to the next level of just eliminating that anger out of your life. So number 1 is control. Begin to work your control muscle. Number 2, purification. And that's almost another dirty word too, because when you talk about purification, people tend to think that I'm asking you or myself to be pure And we know that can't be. That's impossible. We're human. But what I mean is we could start to purify our lives in a way that we are seeking a level of enjoyment, of discipline, of responses, so that we remove darkness out of the possibility. So when I speak of pure, I'm just saying that as the opposite of darkness, the opposite of negativity. So it's not that you have to be a saint, but instead, at least try hard not to be negative or dark. And then the third tool is relinquishment. And that is the final step, almost like the main goal there is to be able to actually relinquish the behavior that kept you from being disciplined. So if you want to meditate, but you know you always get up late, well, relinquish getting up late from your life. And I know I make it sound easy. And the reason that I make it sound easy because I've tried it and I've been a person of zero discipline. But with all of those three tools, I've been able to move my life to the next level and accomplish things that I didn't even think I could. So don't even think that relinquishment is something very difficult. It's just saying that, you know what? This is no longer an option, flat out. Eating terrible is no longer an option. Being in this bad relationship is no longer an option. Once you relinquish whatever it is that's keeping you from being disciplined out of your life, that's when the discipline muscle will grow. And the next thing you know, you're meditating for 700 days. Well, maybe that's not your goal, but that was mine at that time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, again, this was a short clip. Very easy, very direct and to the point from the Yogi Judge talking about discipline. And like I said, I have much, much more to offer you. Go to my website, judgedawson.com. Get that free email that I send out every week. Get some of the books that I create. I'm just trying to use my time and my platform as a judge to spread as much positivity as I can. So I appreciate your time. I appreciate you giving me and lending me your ear. Subscribe to the podcast. Let's grow together and let's spread the word. And until we meet again in true yogi fashion, namaste.